out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your hometown news tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring a friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Knott County Central, we will have Wolfe County making the trip up from Campton to go against the Knott County Central Patriots. So it'll be a girls-boys doubleheader, and we're glad you are with us tonight. I'm Dave Adams, along with Maynard Splyer, Jim McCauley, Brian Johnson, and all the hometown crew. And when I come back, I'll have Coach Misty McAlarnis with us right here for an interview on Hometown 24. Basketball tonight. Stay with us as we continue.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets want to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your hometown news tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring a friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless.
Coach, welcome. Hello. Coach Misty McLawrence of the Lady Patriots. Coach, first year off here. Last year you was with the coaching staff, but been impressed with your team so far this year.
We're trying to improve every day and trying to get consistent. We've had our ups and downs like a lot of teams right now, but they're trying to do everything I ask, and we're excited for this tournament.
Wolfe County, a young team building as well, so looking forward to the game night. What strengths does the Lady Patriots have right now, Coach?
Well, I think that we do pretty good with our inside game, and we're stressing that, and we've just got to, reduce turnovers so we can get more shot attempts, and I feel like that we have some good numbers, and our bench play is getting better as the year goes.
Well, I want to wish you luck tonight. It's always good to see, and I know the Lady Patriots will be ready to go.
I hope so. Thank you.
All right, Coach Misty McLawrence of the Lady Patriots. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll send it to the guys up top. So let's get ready for some basketball.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome, Hometown 24 viewers, as we are at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex with the first round of the All-A Classic here, and we'll have a girls' game first. It'll be Knott County Central Lady Patriots versus the Wolfe County Lady Wolves. I had an interview with David and Coach McLawrence just a minute. Trying to see if he will get Coach Wilson of the Wolves here in a second. And I'm Manus Blair, and, of course, David Adams will be coming up to join us here in a minute with Jim McCauley. And, Jim, All-A tournament.
Hey, it's a great tournament. I know a lot of these Class A smaller schools, this is something they look forward to all year. We talked to Coach McLawrence a little before the game, and she talked about how she liked the timing. Yeah. Come back after Christmas break, and you went and played in these tournaments away from here, and then you jump right into some serious competition. So it kind of rights the ship and gets you prepared for not only the All-A tournament, but district and regional tournament down the road.
Yeah, and it gives you enough time to tweak a few things. And, of course, coming in the Christmas break, and, of course, they went down into the Gatlinburg area to play. And Wolfe County, watched a game or two of Wolfe County too. And, what it comes down to is you're doing the ultimate preparation. And for, like you said, a lot of the small schools, this is the tournament in which they a lot of times point to. And, of course, you get that regional championship experience, and you get experience for your team. And you heard Coach McLawrence talk about her younger players and trying to get better on a day-to-day basis. And that some of her younger kids have come off the bench and had gotten better. So a young team, Knott County Central, Wolfe County, young team as well. Wolfe County, of course, lost Naomi Noble about 6 games ago in an injury against Breathitt County. Big time loss for the Lady Wolves. Double-double machine is Naomi Noble, and Knott County Central's got a double-double machine, and Samara Bailey.
And we had a chance to watch the first game of the year, I think it was. Is that correct, Manus?
That was, yes.
And, we had said early on, for Knott County to make a deep run this year, it has to be on the shoulders of Samara Bailey. And we've been kind of keeping up with her. I've not had any more games, but I've watched them on TV a couple of times. And she is starting to hit her rhythm. Last week I think she had a double-double, but probably very close to a triple-double because she does so much around the basket, altering shots, using that volleyball talent, getting up and disrupting things, and getting the blocks. So she's starting to come into her own, and with her, that's kind of what, Knott County, she's got to be the anchor for those young kids.
Mm-hmm. And, I was talking to assistant coach Bentley down there. Reed Bentley. I don't know where that came from. But he was talking about how many she actually we're going to go down to see if he's not going to. I thought we were going to. We've run out of time. No, we're going to go.
Can you wait just a second, Grum? Count us down. Down on the floor with me, Coach Troy Wilson of the Wolves. Coach, glad to see you up here in the All-A, my friend. How's the Wolves been looking so far this season?
Well, we're young, very young. We're just trying to figure out a way to win with our young players. We lost Naomi Noble to a season-ending injury, so we're just trying to learn how to win again.
What's your strength so far, Coach?
I don't know. We've got one right now. We're really young. We're really young.
Well, it's always good seeing you, good talking with you, and good luck tonight with the Wolves.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
See you. Troy Wilson of the Wolves. Back up to the guys up top.
And, Jim, anytime like we talked about losing Coach Noble,
there's no replacing Manus when you have that kind of player and it goes out on a team that's very young.
Yeah, and they're going to have the national anthem. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineup. Stay with.
For over a century, Bank of Heinemann has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Hyman Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Hyman, where tradition and trust still matter.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Heinemann, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Okay. Welcome back. We started the lineups, and first for Wolfe County, once again coached by Troy Wilson in his first year. Number 1 is Hannah Bush. 0 is Ariana Hall. Number 12 is Cheyenne McGee. And number 44, leading scorer at 17.5 points, freshman guard Harper Holbrook. The Lady Wolves are 7-5 on the season. As the lights go out, and I finally found my lighter. Knott County Central Lady Patriots 8-5 on the season. First, senior center Samara Bailey. Number 12, senior guard Addison Conley. Number 1, 8th grade guard Danny McAlawrence. Leading scorer at 13.2. Number 5, 8th grade forward, Riley Kraft. And number 0, freshman guard, Frankie Reed. And once again, the Knott County Central Lady Patriots, coached by Misty McLaurin, also in her first year. Our officials will be Ralph Fugit, Jim Cecil, and Mike Melton,
the good doctor.
Lewis County's finest. And Jim Cecil will step in, and Bailey will get the tap straight to McLaurin's. Looks like Wolfe County's in a 2-3.
Yeah, he talked to Coach Wilson before the game, David. You talking about, he didn't know, what to expect from his team, just trying to learn themselves without Noble. And, boy, you kind of talked about that a little bit. That's tough sledding.
Yeah. Especially Steele, and that steal was by Bush. Hall with a basketball. Knott County Central looks like they're going to go person to person. Holbrook, the freshman who played a lot as an 8th grader last year for Coach Brown, and we wish good health to Coach Gary Brown, who longtime coach of the Lady Wolves. If she don't pass it, it's going to be a 5-second. Got it away just in the nick of time. Thank you for joining us here on Hometown 24, and we'll stay with the Wolves as the ball goes out of bounds. Holbrook trying to get it in, and it's finally going to come into Hall. Fake, nice fake, blocked from behind by Kraft.
Watching Kraft, for an 8th grader, really got a lot of upside for Misty McLaurin and the Lady Patriots.
And plays with no fear like she did on the volleyball team for Coach Shay Cornett. Had an outstanding volleyball season. Steal by McLaurin. Someone's going to have to come back, and Conley comes back to get the basketball. Goes into Bailey, and you heard McLaurin say, emphasis on getting the ball inside. She misses it. Rebound's going to come down to, and that was Cox with the rebound. I don't think I mentioned Miranda Cox in the starting lineup. Holbrook misses the shot, and Reed has got the rebound, and she was fouled by number 1.
The one thing that, it was a beautiful entry pass into Bailey, but the first thing she did was bring the ball down. And, when you're 6 foot tall, keep that ball up and go straight up to the basket.
Make yourself shorter by bringing it down. And Wolfe County, of course, going to pack it in to try to keep her from getting the basketball. And that's a smart play by Coach
Wilson,
Coach Wilson, yes. As David Ritchie's in the house tonight.
Hey, Dave.
And it's going to be a timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here, and kind of a slow start for both teams. Wolfe County trying to be a little bit more patient with the basketball. And
well, too, David, you get a 6 o'clock game, Christmas break. Then on top of that.
And we've got a special guest.
Thanks, guys. Down on the floor, Mackenzie Freeman of WYMT Sports. And Mackenzie, welcome to Knott County and all there.
Thank you for the welcome.
Tell us about what it takes in your position, what all you're responsible for, and what all you do. I know you're on Sports Overtime, and you do the sports during the week. What all?
We got Sports Overtime on Friday. That's always fun. We get to come out to games like this, tournaments like this. A lot of action. We had the Mountain Classic a few weeks back, so, I got to help out shooting those. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that we do as far as getting things ready for commercials or game of the week, different things like that. It's definitely busy for sure.
Well, I want to say, as a person who watches you all the time, you all do a great job, and you always keep everybody up to date and do a fantastic, and treat the kids real well.
We definitely try. I know I have a lot of fun out of it. Coming from Texas, I didn't realize, I knew Kentucky was known for its basketball, but playing basketball in Texas and then coming here and seeing just how much basketball means to the people in this community, it's a lot of fun during basketball season for sure.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Mackenzie, and you keep up the good work, young lady.
I'll try. Thank you.
Mackenzie Freeman of WYMT. Guys, we'll take it back up to you.
And that was David Adams, and he's the roving reporter. We called him Jackaroo of NASCAR fame. Still no score. They got the ball into Bailey there, and she did everything but go into the basket, and still yet to score.
And, what I was leading to, not a real big crowd here. Sometimes it's hard for the kids to get motivated early on. I'm sure that it'll come, but the energy level not real good right now for either team.
Bailey with the block goes inside of McGee. Where she's going to go, she turns it back out. And once again, McLawrence with another steal, and she is fouled. And that foul is going to be on McGee, her first, team second. And you're right. Sometimes, you go to these Christmas tournaments, and other than parents and immediate family, you don't have a lot of people in the stands. So, as my old coach said, you got to motivate yourself sometimes. And as I say that, Conley knocks down the three-pointer.
Yeah, and those shots are going to be available. I mean, they've just got to knock them down. They're packing everything in tight on Samara.
And rightfully so, as pressure's put on, and it's going to be thrown away by Holbrook.
And, a good 20-second timeout, but I guess we'll stay right here.
Yeah, we'll stay.
Coach McLawrence that time jumped out to a little trap up top to try to get, a lot of times when your energy level's a little bit low, the best thing you can do is turn it up on the defensive end, and that'll translate across.
And that sometimes when you sit back in a zone or whatever you may be doing, and I think Jack Root down there is trying to see if he's got somebody else to talk to. And I think he's pointed our other partner, Brian Johnson. So we'll see what he's got in mind. So it's 4:18-3-0 Knott County Central as we go back to action in the quick timeout by Coach Wilson. And, a lot of times when you're that point person who is looking for something, you just got to take your time, and the wings have got to come up and expose themselves so that you can get out of the passing lane. Kraft goes straight in. The shot goes up. Doesn't go. Rebound comes down to McGee. Thank you for joining us, Brian Johnson.
You're very welcome.
Looks like David Adams decided that he's going to be a NASCAR reporter.
He's wanting to go to, looks like he got Joseph Honeycutt down there.
He's got him down there on the baseline.
All right, with me, Joe Honeycutt of the Breathitt County Bobcats last year, a magical season, and what a run. Joe, you got out of school, and what's been going on with the big man?
Just been hanging around the house, enjoying time off from school, and just coming and watching the Patriots play.
Okay. McLawrence went in there and didn't get it enough on the square, so it didn't go for it. 3-0's their score with 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Joe, what's been the difference in change? You're at college now, and tell us what's been going on with that.
Well, I go to school at Bluegrass, and it's a big change not playing basketball and having practice every day and stuff, but I guess you get used to it after a while, and getting to come back and watch the games, I guess, fixes the itch that I got for basketball still, so that's...
Joe, it's always good to see you, my friend, and you keep up those good grades down there at Bluegrass and make your dream come true, my friend.
All right, I will.
Joe Honeycutt, formerly of the Breathitt Bobcats, a big win last year in the regional tournament right here at Knott Central, and we're going to take it back up to the guys.
And Riley Kraft misses both free throws, and it's going to be a foul, and that's going to be a foul on Bella Hammond, who just came into the game.
Tell you what, Joseph Honeycutt could absolutely knock it down from outside.
You best not leave him wide open.
Couldn't give him any space, that's for sure.
Had some big shots in that regional championship game.
And the ball's knocked away, but it goes right back to Cox, and she misses the bunny. Rebound comes down to Hammond. Never know who David Adams is going to interview next. And that's going to be a walk on Conley. Turnover on the Lady Pats. Winner of this game will move on to face Hazard Wednesday night in the second round of the All-A Classic.
I had a chance to watch a little bit of that Hazard Perry game the other night, the girls' game, and as usual, it was a war.
It was definitely a war, and that's a Foul as Bush takes it in. Let's see who the foul is going to be on, and it's going to be on Bailey. Her first, team's second. Bush to the line where she's a 57% free throw shooter. Makes the first. Combs in, and looks like Reed came back in a minute ago, and Addison, Conley, and Kraft out. Second is long. Rebound comes down to Bailey. Reed goes split straight through. Thought she had the angle, lost control of the basketball, stay with the Pats.
Yeah, right now, Knott County just really a little disjointed on the offensive end. That zone kind of giving them a little bit of a problem.
Monroe in for Reed.
Yeah, and I think you look there, Jim, they're doubling, triple teaming Bailey in the post.
I don't think they're allowing her to move.
No.
and that's good coaching.
Yeah, and that's where Knott's wanting to go with the ball.
Combs goes into Hammond. Hammond turns off the board, and she is fouled. And if that's Bush, that's going to be her second foul, and it is. That's going to be the fourth team foul on the Lady Wolves.
Brian, we know that their bread's buttered inside with Bailey, but in that 2-3 zone, how do you work to get the open shots?
Well, what you got to do, you got to try to find a gap somewhere. Usually that gap is on the wing area or right there around the foul line area. They could probably work a little bit of high-low action, and, Knott's got the size to do that offensively.
And Hammond makes the second of two. 4-1 here with 2:08 left in the first quarter. Ball's overthrown. Hammond with a steal. Combs with a long three, and she will knock it down.
No hesitation at all when she got the ball right there.
The last time we saw the Lady Pats at Breathitt County, they made a lot of those outside shots. And we're talking about McGee with her own three. As the pace picks up, guys.
And once the sweat starts flowing a little bit, but, boy, you can tell they've really got the post blocked off in there.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to let Knott County get the ball in on the block.
And June Quillen has come in for Knott County Central, and she gets the rebound, as I call her name. McLaurin, and there's Combs. Can it be two in a row? Nope. Comes up short. Rebound by Quillen, and she is fouled.
Got good inside position there get the offensive rebound.
And the foul is on McGee, and she's going to pick up her second as Quillen will go to the line. First free throws in her varsity year, and she misses the first. Bush will come in for McGee, who just picked up that second foul. I think they need to make uniforms that has Velcro.
Boy, I agree.
Yeah, that way
it's not as much of a problem in girls basketball as it is in boys basketball. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that as an official. I mean, it's a constant battle to keep your shirts tucked in.
As Quillen made the second one, 8-4 as we near the 1 minute mark. Hall takes it deep, and the thing about it is as Brian said, you get in those gaps on the reversal, and you can do that, but they will lose the basketball to McLaurin. 2 against 3. Combs backs up for the three, and it comes up short. Rebound comes down to McLaurin, goes up off the board and puts it in.
Yeah, and if you look the last 2 or 3 trips for Knott, they've got in that gap, the soft spot of that zone, so to speak, and had an open look. And they're going to have to keep doing that to even open up the middle.
And the kick out, it's going to go out of bounds, and it's turnover Lady Wolves. And McGee's going to come back into the game with those 2 fouls.
They've got to get her in there for the offense. They've got to find a way to score here.
And, usually against a 2-3, everybody runs a 1-3-1 set and tries to reverse the ball. After 2 or 3 times, it goes into Hammond off the board, misses. There's Quillen, and she's fouled again.
Yeah, Quillen giving them some good minutes right here.
And that's going to be on Cox, her first. And Quillen will go back to the line where she was 1 of 2 before.
Yeah, she's very active on there in the post there for Knott County.
Thank you for joining us on Hometown 24. We'll have the majority of the All games, and definitely we'll have the semifinals and the championship, and that will be held at June Buchanan School as they host.
Yeah, beautiful facility over there at the reworked gymnasium at Alice Lloyd College.
Chloe Tyra, number 3, comes in for Coach Wilson, and Quillen will knock it down. 12-4, and as we near the end of the first quarter, goes into Cox, kicker into the bush, up, and it comes up short on the floater. Hammond with another rebound. And it will stay, no. I think official Melton pointed the wrong direction. Did you ever do that as an official?
I think I did one time.
One time. I ain't going to ask him if he made any mistakes. McElharnit's no pressure on her, and she's going to fire from and she comes up short. And that will end the first quarter as the Lady Patriots lead 12-4. Stay with us, and we'll have the second quarter when we come back.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Welcome back to the campus of Knott County Central as we're in the first round of the All-A Classic. Knott County Central leads after 12-4. Wolfe County will have the ball. Knott County Central is standing at 2-3, but extending it out. And it's stolen by Monroe, gives it up to Combs. She'll circle back out. Monroe with a long 3, doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Tyra, and it's taken away. McElharnit's left hand foul, but she is fouled, and I believe that's Cox, and if it is, that's going to be her second.
Yeah, foul's quickly mounting up for the Wolfe County Lady Wolves.
And that will send McElharnit's, who is a 59% free throw shooter. It's hard for me to say McElharnit's a 59% free throw shooter, and she makes it just as soon as I say that.
Well, that's the area that she's going to have to improve on because, she's going to be in the crunch time, the primary ball handler.
And she's going to be fouled a whole lot.
Yeah, that's right.
And she misses the second one. Rebound's going to come down to Cox. Holbrook left-hand dribble down the side. Veers back out, and they'll set the offense. It's deflected and stolen by Kraft.
Boy, got away with the walk right there.
McElharnit's over to Monroe, 3, and Banks doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Kraft, and it's blocked. But they must have hit her on the arm, and that's going to be on Holbrook. And Holbrook's going to pick up her second. So Coach Wilson has 4 players with 2 fouls as Kraft will shoot 2.
Wolfe can ill afford to get in foul trouble.
Yeah. Knott County right now just kind of not really working the ball around, coming down and kind of settling for that 3-point shot. Going to have to find a way to get in the lane a little bit better.
Second one is long. Rebound comes down to McElharnit's. Nobody gets her. She shoots the 3. Doesn't go. Quillen with another rebound. Monroe 3. Banks it. Doesn't go. Quillen with another rebound and puts it in.
Quillen works really hard and gets inside position.
Yeah. And the ball hits the underside of the backboard. And that's going to be a turnover on the Wolves as Conley will come in. Quillen has 5 points coming off the bench.
And probably that many rebounds.
I was getting ready to say the same thing, Jim.
Yep. Kick out to Kraft. She goes through, and there's going to be a foul, and that's going to be on Bush, I believe, and that's going to be her third foul.
Foul number 1, Hannah Bush. For Wolfe County, number 3, Kylie Tyra, replacing.
And Tyra will come back in for her. McLawrence tries to go into Kraft, knocked away. She goes to the floor, gives it up to McLawrence. Nobody's coming out to get her. She goes in left hand. Nice pass to Quillen. Quillen puts it in.
You know, and that's what I was talking about, Brian. Instead of, you know, she had the three-point shot, passed it up, put the ball on the floor. The defense came to her. She drew for the got a good, nice assist right there.
Yeah, made a good move and made an easier shot for her teammate, and that's what you want out of your point guard.
Yep, and that gives her 7, and that's going to be a turnover on the Wolves.
And McLawrence being young, you like to see that growth.
And Coach Wilson says, give me a full timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. Stay with us here on Hometown 24.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy in Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Down on the floor with me, Coach Cluster Howard, former coach of the Lee's Generals, and I was a proud player of his at one time. Well, first when you got into coaching, Coach. And I want to say you did a very good job. Coach, tell us a little bit what you're up to with the Wolves and what you're doing.
My wife's grandson, Brady Robinson, plays for him. I'm just kind of a volunteer assistant helping Coach preach, and so far we've done pretty well. We're 7-4. He's been out 8 games with a broken finger. I don't know if he's going to try to play tonight or not, but it's been a lot of fun, you know. Traveling's kind of tough.
I want to ask you something. In practice, do you still do the 8s?
Well, some. We've kept Brady in shape running 8s. He runs 5 or 6 extra a day because he can't really do anything with his hands. So, but it's a lot of fun. Things are a little different now than when you play.
Yeah. Coach, I tell you what, I want to wish you luck tonight with the Wolves, and it's always good to have you. It's always good to see you.
It's good to see you, and you hang in there.
All right, Coach Cluster Howard, former coach of the Lee's Generals.
And he was a heck of a softball player as well. As Samara Bailey puts it in, and that's her first 2 on the night. Had a block on the far end, had McLawrence with a 3 on the left-hand wing.
You know, Cluster kind of dabbled in politics a little bit.
State representative.
Yeah, and if you know him, he's one of the more, I don't know the right adjective to use to describe Coach Howard. He's just an awesome guy.
If he says it, he means it. Yeah. I guess is one way you can say that. Long shot by Combs. It's going to go long and rebounded by Holbrook. She tries to throw it across. Stolen by Kraft. Gives it up. And the missed shot by Combs. Hall comes out there with it. Hall long 3. Comes up short. Rebound comes down to Bailey. Combs to Kraft. Puts it off the board, doesn't get it, but Bailey had it for just a second. Holbrook with it down the left side. Got a nice bounce pass, missed the bunny.
Yeah, nice run on the floor there by the Wolfe County Lady Wolves.
One of the first transition looks they've had the first half. Goes into Bailey. Bailey misses it, gets her own rebound, and puts it back in. Give her 4.
Yeah, she gets that low down on the block, you're not going to be able to do much with her.
No.
And that foul's going to be on Kraft. That's going to be her first, as Hammond will come in for Combs, and King is going to come in for Kraft. McGee comes out. Breed's going to come in for the Lady Pats. Do not having a 35 on my roster for Wolfe County. .348 to go, 27-4. Hall with a long three, and it's off. Rebound's going to be fought for, and it's going to be knocked back in, and Conley will rescue it. Goes into King. King doesn't use the board and misses it, but there's Hammond, and she is fouled. And that's going to be on Holbrook, and that's going to be her third, and Hammond will go to the line where she is 1 for 2 on the night. First one is good. Once again, the first round games tonight is all being played at the home sites as Hammond makes the second. You got Leslie and Buckhorn. You've got Jenkins and Jackson City, Owsley County, Cordia, and of course this one, Knott County Central and Wolfe County. Boys and girls double headers.
Now, I like that, having the double headers in that opening round. But, that Leslie Buckhorn game is a very interesting game to me in the boys' side.
Yeah. And, the girls have played better. Buckhorn's girls have played much better recently.
Yeah, both those games could be interesting to find out how that's going if we can get some scores.
Shot was blocked. Rebound come down to Hammond as we under the 3-minute mark. 29-4. Join us on the halftime show, and we'll probably have a few guests with David Adams for the double quick halftime show. And nice defense by Wolfe County.
Brian, on that entry pass, what should be the target when you're throwing the entry pass in?
Well, when Bailey's got her hand up, you need to throw it to the highest point that she's got her hand. And she had her hand up for a target for the defender or the offensive player. She just had it just a little bit low. You want to kind of lead her toward the basket. Don't leave her behind the goal so she's got a good angle. It makes it easier for your big person to catch it and finish.
We see that a lot. And a lot in girls, too. The entry pass is sometimes very difficult. If you're a big girl, usually you get a front and a post. But, having a guard that can put that ball in the right place.
Yeah, but you can't be a tree.
Can't be a tree.
If you're in front of me and you're behind me, which you all are, then you got to move. Because you just can't get the ball in there, and King's got to dribble it up.
Get a better angle.
She's got to get
That's all right.
Conley with a little bit on that. Throws it to the baseline. King with a jumper, and it's good.
We've talked several times about basketball is a lot about angles.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a good angle, makes the entry pass much better, makes it easier for the guy to catch and score.
Nobody gets Hall. She'll shoot another three, and it comes up short. Rebound's going to be fought forward. Comes to the Lady Wolves. And it's knocked away. He goes to the floor. A nice hustle that time. And Tyra is going to rescue the basketball. But it will be a turnover on the Lady Wolves. 31-4, 1:23 to go. Thank you to Knott County Central for allowing us to come over and do the ball games tonight. 20 minutes after this game, we'll have the boys' versions of these two schools. King with a miss. King, the outstanding volleyball player. I guess that's true about everyone that played volleyball for Knott County Central.
We talked about Leslie County, Wolfe County, Knott County. Volleyball has become such a popular sport in Eastern Kentucky over the last 5 years.
And a lot of that has to do with the coaches at those three particular schools and the administration. And that foul is going to be on Bailey, and that's going to be 2, and that will send see Tyra, she has shot 13%.
Well, not by that shot.
No, that one looked really good.
Maybe all of them need to pay me to say that they're not doing as well, and when they say it, they make it. Second one is long. Rebound's going to be Kraft. She tries to give it up to Bailey, and Bailey rips it out of there. She must do that when she gets tools out of Maynard's garage. Three-pointer comes up short. Rebound comes down to King, and she'll put it back in.
You know, Wolfe is trying so hard to keep Bailey from getting the ball on the block. It's leaving the other side open and the long shots.
And Coach Wilson is working hard as any coach I've ever seen.
He has.
And he is. He's working it hard. Kraft with a steal, and she's going to be fouled by Hall, I believe.
Yeah, you see, he's frustrated. You got a young team. He called a play a minute ago for a high screen, and the dribbler went the wrong way, and I just saw him, throw his hands up.
And Kraft will go to the line, and Kraft 1 of 4 so far. 7 seconds to go in his first half. First one is good.
You say that again, Manus.
2 of 5 on the night.
She's going to play a little string music.
And Hyndman, Kentucky misses it, and it's 5 seconds. I don't know if they realize how much time they got. Holbrook is going to fire it up, coming up short. And that will end the first half. 34-5, Knott County Central. And when we come back, we'll have the Double Quick halftime show. So stay with us on Hometown 24.
Talk about some of the
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
New year, new tech. Start 2026 connected with the latest devices from Appalachian Wireless. Upgrade to the powerful new iPhone 17 or the sleek iPhone 17 Air. Get more done with iPad A16 or stay connected with Apple Watch Series 11 or Ultra 3. And for the kiddos, the Explorer X6 Play, the smartwatch made just for kids. New year, new devices, and the service you trust. Right here at Appalachian Wireless. Visit us today at one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hyndman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hyndman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hyndman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hyndman Bypass. Call the Hyndman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Welcome back to the campus of Knott County Central, Morton Combs Athletic Complex, B.B. King Court. 34-5, Knott County Central over the Wolfe County Lady Wolves. And, guys, we got a big boys game coming up after this, 20 minutes about after the conclusion of this game. And it'll be the Knott County Central Patriots and the Wolfe County Wolves. Coach Creech, team 7-4. You might have heard Coach Cluster Hard mentioning Brady Robinson, waiting on him to get back. And, he's a big part of the inside game of Wolfe County and Coach Creech and what he does. And, of course, seems like Caleb Creech and Camden Oliver.
Have been there forever.
And Mo Lands, who is one of those great pitchers on their baseball club. And seems like they've all been there and you've refereed a lot of their games. And you've got a little bit more insight. Well, refereeing ball games, you do pick up a little bit more than you guys that sit up here in the bleachers like we do. And
get a different perspective.
Yeah, and, Wolfe County has defeated Buckhorn, Estill County in the region, Jackson City, Lee County, Owsley County. Lost to Breathitt County, their 55th district foe. And it was a real good game. I watched most of it. And, of course, they lost to Powell County. Powell put up like 103 points against them. And, I'm sure Coach Creech didn't care much about that. But, when you look down through here, Caleb Creech, 16.5 points. Camden Oliver, 13.7. Jaden Holland shot the ball real good, 19.5. Molan's 8.7. And Robinson, 7.5. So, balanced scoring by the Wolves. And, they like to get up and down.
It's very conflicting styles. What we'll see tonight between Coach Honeycutt and Coach Creech, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And, they like to shoot the three.
They will, and they like to push the ball, and they're not gonna slow down. Coach Creech, that's the way he's always coached them, and that's the way they play. And they're better when they are up and running. And like Jim says, you're going to see contrasting styles because Coach Honeycutt, he's going to try to control tempo, slow things down, take advantage of his size that he's got inside.
And, when you talk about the Patriots, they're 9-3. They defeated that Powell County team that we were talking about earlier, defeated Shelby Valley, defeated Knox Central, Pike Central. They have lost to North Laurel. And
no shame in that.
None and those two teams may be the favorites in their particular regions.
Could be, possibly. Coach Honeycutt's been really high on his team this year.
Yeah, and to me, they are, in my opinion, the surprise team in the 14th this year. I felt like
I
that.
Think by far they are.
They have a very blue collar work ethic, and one thing that's the MO of all of Coach Honeycutt's teams for years is effort.
Mm-hmm.
And
girls and boys.
And when I was talking to Coach Honeycutt before the game, I said, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but you ugly up the games, and he does, and he forces the teams to play his style of ball, and he tries to hang around, and if he can get you, 2, 3, 4, 5 point game going into the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game, hey, he's one of the best in the business.
Yeah, and who does that remind you of that plays that style that just kind of hang around, keeps it low? Coach Al
Holland. I mean, exactly.
For years, it was successful with him.
But with the Patriots, it'd be remiss not to mention Chance Ambergy right away. He's averaging 14.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, and Michael Gibson come back from injury from last year, averaging around 9. Connor Napier 11.6, and pretty much handling the basketball. For the Lady Patriots.
The biggest surprise,
the Patriots,
for me, the biggest surprise in that team this year has been Hall.
Averaged like 2 points or something last year, and this year he's averaging around about 6 and something. A little bit more aggressive when he catches the ball at the high post. Rather than trying to kick it out, he'll turn face and take the ball off the dribble.
And last year I felt like he was pretty much like a pivot man.
Yes.
He gets the ball and he's just looking to get rid of it and distribute the ball around. But, he's become a scoring factor. And in a couple of games, he's had some really nice games. I talked to Coach Honeycutt before. He said, we don't have that Sperry. He said, but we have anybody on our team may erupt for 20 or 25 any given night.
Including Little and Dials that comes off the bench and, and plays some, really tough, defense for Coach Honeycutt who demands that. And, I'm just looking forward to the game. And, I always call it a game of chess. And we'll see whose chess pieces can get checkmate.
Yeah, and you're looking at, whoever wins this game is going to have play hazard on Wednesday. And, boy, that's going to be a big game, too.
Yeah,
I mean, this boys' side, this side of the bracket
This
is
side
loaded.
of the bracket is loaded.
Yeah, and, and just like we said, if the girls and boys double headers, you've got Leslie and Buckhorn, they'll face – the winner of that will face Lee. Jenkins and Jackson City will face June Buchanan. Owsley County and Cordia will face Breathitt County. And then Knott Central and Wolfe will face Hazard. So, it's going to be some nice second-round matchups in the girls and boys for Wednesday night.
And last year, Manus and Brian, the All-A 14th region title, was it the semifinals, ended up being our matchup in the 14th region championship as well.
Yes, it was.
I think Hazard and Breathitt played each other like 6 times.
I know it was at least 5.
Yeah,
you did have them all, Brian.
But, that's the thing about it. And in the 14th region, you've got a lot of single-A teams. And as a result of that, like we were talking, and Brian, you went on the air with us when we were talking about it. But this is an opportunity for those particular teams to work toward a postseason early to get you prepared for the big tournament later on. And for some rather win the All-A than almost win anything else. But, of course, we see that David Adams, he's busy talking down there, and
you can't stop David.
A big shout-out to Bumper Adams, who he is self-proclaimed. He's watching this from his recliner. So glad Big Daddy's checking in.
Yeah, Big Daddy, I'm going to eventually, I talked to Tevin today up at the courthouse today, and I'm going to get you some papers, and he knows what I'm talking about. Sooner or later, I'll get him to him, come visit. But as we start with the second half here, and, Wolfe County is, and Coach Wilson is just going to keep on working and doing the things he need to do. And, when you lose your main player and somebody is a senior that you look up to, it's just really difficult.
Yeah, and a team that coming in, a lot of young players, and you have that stability, and then all of a sudden that's out. Everybody's looking around for who's gonna pick up the reins, and
and the thing about it is they get everybody back.
Yeah.
And, you just got to keep working. And like I said, at the latter part of the second half, Coach Wilson is working. As we start back, and Wolfe County will have the basketball. Goes into the high post. Knott County Central coming out in man-to-man. Gives it up to Hall, left-hand dribble in there, and there is Bailey to force her back out.
Yeah, it's good help defense.
And off the right foot, and Kraft will get the rebound. Conley back to McLawrence, and she's going to look and see what they're going to run.
Yeah, they're still in that 2-3, it looks like.
And they're making sure they're keeping somebody attached to Bailey at all times.
A little bit more movement, but not Central.
Yes.
You see a little bit more of motion coming through. McLaurin's with a 3, doesn't go. As a result of movement, you usually get offensive rebounds. Thought Reed had that one for a second. Holbrook with the ball. Goes in, and Holbrook is a talented young lady. Misses the shot. McLaurin gives it up to Kraft. Left hand off the board, and she will put it in.
Nice transition basket there by the Lady Patriots.
And, Brian, I don't mind that three-point shot when you've worked it around 4 or 5 times.
No, not at all. That's what you want.
And 30-second timeout by Coach Wilson. That gives McLaurin its double figures with 11. And, when you move the ball around and then you're in a zone, you don't have man-to-man principles to have for block-out purposes. So, therefore, when you move it around and then you do shoot it, as Jim said, you don't mind it after everybody on the floor on your offensive side has touched the basketball.
Right. And it makes it harder for the defense to find a body.
Right.
To put a body on somebody to get a rebound. So you've got an opportunity for more offensive rebounds if you're moving and cutting through that zone instead of just standing stationary.
And, the thing about it is, and of course, I coached high school girls basketball for 6 years, is getting kids to move once you pass the ball, what do? You stand and watch the game, or do you move after you do that? And in a zone, sometimes you get stationary and don't get any movement. And I can see where Coach McLaurin has said, we're going to run a motion to get you involved in that. Nice pass to Bush, and there was Bailey, a little bit of a body, just a little bit. Could have picked up her third foul. Goes into Conley. Conley up and puts it in. Conley with 5.
You know, and you were talking, Manus, about getting some movement in a zone offense. You know, when I coached and even when I played, sometimes our coaches, if we were getting a lot of standing going on, they would make us run a man offense just to get that motion going.
Right.
And everybody's like, are you going to run a man offense against a zone? Well, yeah, you can,
Yes,
just to get movement.
Yep. And that's the same way with they play, triangle and 2s, boxes and 1. A lot of coaches, that's what they'll do. And Bush will go to the line for 2. And she is 2 of 3 so far as she makes that one. Second one it misses, and I don't think it hit anything. And official Fugit says it did not. The Patriots basketball. And, of course, we do have a running clock at this particular point.
Nice move by Kraft, a little up and under the
whoa. And it'll be tied up, and the Pats will have it. That was that goes without saying.
Yeah.
40-6 as the clock moves toward the 5-minute mark.
And with Wolfe doubling and tripling the low block, that high post area is going to be open for Kraft.
There you see it.
There you go.
And Kraft has it blocked by McGee. She kicks it back, and McLaurin puts it in. Give her 13 on the night.
I mean, just not enough bodies to cover all the areas.
Yep. And Bush gets it knocked away by Conley, gives it up to Kraft. Nice pass, and Kraft will put it in. Give her 6. Forty-four to 6 as they bring it up. Bush into the lane.
Yeah, nice little high screen there, pick and roll. Just missed her.
And it's going to be a tie-up, and the basketball will go back, will stay to Wolfe County. Of course, Big Ed Sloan runs the clock here at Knott County Central, one of the best timekeepers in the mountains. Been doing it for a long time.
He's a good man.
Nice skip pass all the way across. McGee's got to be ready to put that one up.
Yeah, be ready to shoot when you get that. Recovery for Knott was very quick.
Good fake. Holbrook goes in. It doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Kraft. McLaurin to Conley. Nice pass by Reed. Bailey misses it. Rebound comes down to McGee. And that's the kind of ball that Bailey, if not Central, wants to move up in this tournament. She has to put that in.
Yeah, had good position. One of the few times that she's not been doubled.
Yep. And that foul's going to be on Reed, and that's her second. Hammond and Combs will come in, and out will go Reed and Kraft.
Boyce Lester watching in the big city of Webbville.
Pass goes in and it's knocked away. And thank you for all the people that's tuning in. And once again, 20 minutes after this game, we'll have the boys' version of this matchup. Nice crowd. Nice to see Mr. Bill Grigsby in the crowd tonight. Knott County Central with a good crowd across the way from us. Wolfe
Bill's-
County, some people coming in.
Yeah, Bill's been so instrumental in that building of the volleyball program here in Knott County.
You got that right.
Good ball screen.
Yep. And Jim Bob mentioned it earlier. Cox with a rebound, Bush with a three, and it's going to go down. Give her 5 on the evening as we're at 1:42 of the third quarter. Goes to Bailey. Bailey with a kicker to Conley. Into Hammond. Hammond off the board, misses it. Rebound's knocked away. Conley will pick it up. Bailey with a 15-footer, misses it. Rebound by Hammond. Combs to McElharnitz, and you can put 10 people in the lane right now.
Yeah.
Conley with a 3.
Yeah, her second 3 of the night.
Yep. Give her 8.
Looks like Knotts went back to the 2-3 zone.
Bush misses it. There's Bailey to go way up with the 2-hand and gets the rebound. McElharnitz gives it up to Conley. Bailey, McElharnitz. Combs to Conley.
Yeah, good ball movement by the Lady Patriots.
It's thrown away. That's what I was talking about, all 5 people touching the basketball. Nice pass, but there's Bailey to block it. Blocks it again. And McElharnitz is going to pick up the foul. She tried to get away.
Tried to act like it.
Yep.
Just bumped her a little bit, knocked her down.
As Monroe and Quillen will come in the basketball game. Bailey and Conley will go out. 10 seconds. Got to get it in quick. Going to come in. It's blocked by Hammond. And they're not going to get anything off. And it's going to end in the third quarter, 47-9. Knott County Central. We'll be right back in 30 seconds, so stay with us.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Welcome back to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex, 47-9 Lady Pats, and they'll be moving on to play unless a miraculous comeback by Wolfe County. I've seen things happen. We have. Definitely have, but they'll probably be moving on to see the Hazard Lady Bulldogs.
Should be a good ball game. That's Wednesday.
That will be Wednesday, and that will be, of course, at, I believe, depending on the outcome of the second game, will be at 6 o'clock. Be checking on our Facebook, and we'll have who we have and where and what times.
Would they continue on to doubleheaders on Wednesday, or will it be?
I don't know how that's exactly set up. If somebody knows, let us know. If if somebody wins the boys and somebody else wins the girls, because they're on the top of the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So
should be the.
You assume that that's going to be the home team. So we'll check that out. McGee shoots the 3, and Cox was battling for it, unable to get to it. We need to have David Adams ask somebody that question down there.
He could go right down there and ask Chad Rudd.
And Chad would know. Yeah, Chad's right there. Quillen, 15-footer, misses it. Rebound's going to be fought for, and Quillen's going to pick up the foul, her first.
Just a little overly aggressive there, trying to follow up on her miss.
As the old saying goes, I'd rather for someone to be aggressive than not aggressive.
Yes.
You can't teach aggressiveness.
And going after the ball.
McGee, and it's stolen by Combs, but stolen back by McGee. Cox, 14-footer, misses it, rebounds, fought for. And it's going to be a jump basketball. And it will be Lady Pat's basketball. Monroe, 18.5-footer, misses it. Hammond's there, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it will go to Wolfe County.
Try to get David's attention. I sent him a message to see if he could find out about that, because I couldn't imagine they would split them if Knott were to win the.
It'd be really tough, and it's also a signing of the officials it would make for.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have Tommy Hall comes in. We'll try to get Tommy to
nice
give us
move.
Clara's and a nice shot. And Holbrook, that's her first two. Leading scorer for Coach Wilson at 17.5. Hammond, 15-footer, and it's good.
Nice move from Hammond to move up from the low block to find the soft spot in the zone right there in the middle of the lane.
Give her 5. I want McGee to shoot that thing over there.
She gets her feet ready right now. She's open.
Bush goes to the lane, and she's fouled by Hammond. That's her second. King is going to come in, and Hall for Wolfe County. King for Knott County Central. Monroe will go out, and McGee will go out for the Lady Wolves. Over it goes up, misses it. Combs comes out with it. Avery comes, says nobody's going to come get me, and I'm going to knock it down.
Good-looking shot.
Yeah, no, and no hesitation at all.
Give her 6, her second three-pointer.
She's really being active right now with getting her hands on a lot of deflections on the defensive end.
Avery Combs, a freshman. Frankie Reed out there, number 0, is a freshman. June Quillen, a sophomore. Hammond, a sophomore. King, a freshman. And I was looking off. Who made that one, guys?
55.
55.
That was Cox.
At the foul line.
52-13 as we're under 4 minutes. Combs throws it away. Tyra with a steal. Holbrook off the board, puts it in.
She's made a couple of those shots there in this quarter off that little bitty shot fake moving off the glass.
Hammond to King. King misses the short baseline jumper. Quillen puts it in.
Yeah, Quillen's had a nice game for the Patriots.
Give her 9.
Yeah, she's been working extremely hard, and she gets really good position to try to get the offensive rebound. I don't know how many she's got, but it's been a lot.
Rachel Combs, the senior, number 35, and number 15, Presley Kraft, the 7th grader, in for the Lady Pats. Shots missed. Rebound comes down to Combs. Kraft with a basketball. Goes into Combs, back out. They'll work it around.
For a 7th grader, Kraft handles the ball.
Yeah, I was the same thing.
Pretty well out there with that pressure.
Well, she's already, she's not shot yet, so that's definitely different than her dad or her brother, Tate. They would have been looking for their shot already.
I was going to say that, but I'll let you take care of it.
We were thinking it.
Riley and Presley's great aunt, Kay Kraft, tuning in, and I'm telling you, you've never had a Kay Kraft sweet potato casserole, you've never lived.
We're going to talk about food. Oh, my.
Make us hungry.
Yep. By the way, thanks to Knott County Central's concession, the popcorn was great.
They don't make you pay for it, though, do they, Manus?
Yeah, they make me. I always pay for my popcorn. Ball was stolen, 1:36 to go. Combs will bring it down. She's going to fire the three off the dribble, and she will knock it down.
And she's got a really, like you said, Brian, she's got a really nice form on that shot.
Really nice, and she's made 2 from that exact spot.
Give her 9 with her third three-pointer. Hall asking for the screen and goes to Bush. Holbrook in a deep corner, doesn't go. Rebound's going to be Cox is going to get it. Loses control of it.
And we talk about Wolfe having a young team. You know, Knott's got their young kids are in there now too, and they're playing pretty well and space the floor pretty good.
And speaking of that, centers will come in for Knott County as we're under 40 seconds now. 59-15. Knott County Central will advance to play Hazard on Wednesday. And that one's going to roll in. Holbrook with 3 baskets here in the fourth quarter. Goes inside. Centers misses it. Rebound to Hall.
That'll about do us right here, Manus.
Yep, under 10. Holbrook goes in. Can it be 4? And nope, she misses it. Rebound to Combs. And that is going to end it at 59-17. Knott County Central, and our Alice Lloyd player of the game will be number 1, Danny McLawrence. She had 13 points for the Lady Pats, and
did a good job distributing the ball.
Good floor game.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Brian. She did a good job. It wasn't all about the scoring this time. Did a good job finding the open player, doing the right things, getting in the cracks and the seams of the zone.
Yep. And like I said, Knott County Central, and looks like David Adams has got a guest down on the floor, and as soon as we get everything situated, we're going to be talking to him. Looks like he has Addison Conley.
Yep, he's good.
Down on the floor, I have Allison Conley. A big game tonight. Well, team was ready to go from the start.
Yeah, I think we struggled a little bit, but then I think we found our pace throughout the game.
I've noticed from the start of the season to now, your passing's improved, running floors improving, hitting the open man's improving.
Yeah, we definitely had a lot to work on at the beginning of the season, but I think we're starting to slowly become a better team.
Now, with the win tonight, you played the Bulldogs. Y'all played them at the end of the season last year. They're an experienced team. Y'all kind of young, but you're getting better. So what are you looking for in that game, Addison?
I think that it'll just be a good challenge for us to play such a good team, but I think it'll just be fun overall.
I thought you moved the ball well, passed well, did defense really impressive.
Thank you.
Addison Conley, or one of our big players of the game right here, is Knott Central moves on in the All-A. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more basketball right here at Knott County Central. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensberger from Hoffensberger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensberger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard is here to meet all your prescription and healthcare needs. Pharmacist Darren Smith and the experienced staff provide fast, reliable service with the professionalism you expect. With friendly service and a commitment to quality care, Hometown Pharmacy is proud to serve the Hazard community every day. Ask about their new app. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard, quality care, professional service right here in your community.
Back down on the floor, Samara Bailey with me, and what a big game for the Patriots tonight. I thought you all ran the lanes well, you passed well, your defense, everybody's shifting, and everybody making a good moves for this team. You're on the move right now.
Yeah, Misty really emphasized transition offense today before the game. It's what we need to work on.
I noticed in the lane now you're catching that ball and you're raising the ball and you're not leaving it down low.
Yeah, I've been having to work on that, especially now getting double teams, just part of it.
I think your shots, you've always could shoot it, and I think that's why you're a threat and a big help to this team. What's this team got to continue to do to get better?
We got to continue working together. I feel like we've been passing it to each other more. We're very selfless. We could probably rebound a little bit better, but yeah, maybe some players looking more offensively, getting some more points spread around.
Well, right now there's probably 3 or 4 teams playing well. Leslie, Hazard, Knott County. Well, 2 of them's going to be here Wednesday night. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Should be a dandy. Congratulations on a big game.
Thank you.
Samara Bailey of the Lady Patriots. A big game for her. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll set it back up top. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
TVS Mobile is here. Mobile service from the broadband provider you already know and trust. Powered by the nation's most reliable network, TVS is your #1 choice when you need to stay connected. With mobile plans to suit any budget and any situation, and phones from your most trusted brands. Go to tgtvsmobile.com today and see how TVS can keep you connected. The choice is yours. The time is now. TVS Mobile.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
When financial challenges threaten your future, you need clear guidance and proven solutions. Call Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Trusted legal experience to help you take control. From stopping creditor actions to protecting your assets. Keisha and her staff deliver efficient, reliable representation focused on results. With flexible payment options, getting the help you need is more accessible than ever. Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Professional service, practical solutions. The fresh start you deserve.
Welcome back. Coach Creech with me of the Wolves. And Coach, the Wolves is known for running and getting them down the floor, playing hard defense and getting things done, my friend.
Well, we've been extremely short-handed here for a few weeks, so our center, the guy that plays center for us, he's been out with a broken finger. And we've had to slow it down a little bit because we've been way short-handed. But he's going to play a little bit tonight and see how it goes. He won't be full strength or anything, but need to give him a little court time and getting close to district tournament, start getting ready a little bit.
In my scouting report, a lot of the officials I know, I get to talk to them, and they were bragging on that young man, says he's a good-looking prospect.
Oh, he is. He's a great kid. Got a good set of hands, as you'll see. Obviously only has one tonight. Those taped a little heavy, but he's still good, and he's been working hard in practice, and nothing else, his left hand's improved here the last month by having to work on that every day.
Well, I've noticed, anytime Wolfe County comes in the gymnasium, 100% wrote on their jerseys. That stands a lot for you and the way your team plays.
We appreciate it, and we play hard. We got, we've had a little bumpy road here the last couple weeks without him, but we've still been playing hard, and we got three really good guards. We got three good guards there in the region, and a good rebounder to go with them, and hopefully get back on track here.
Coach, looking at this game tonight, it's still early in the season. It's early January. What's some of the things that your team needs to do to get where you want to go in February to be ready?
Well, we just got to keep getting better, and our half-court defense, and we're so small, our rebounding really hurts us a lot of nights, and we got to get better at that and, limit the other team's possessions and go with that. But, tonight 11 and 22 are really good players, or 24. He seems like he's been here for 6 or 8 years. Last time we were in the region, I think he played here. So we got to limit his three-point shots. And number 11 for Knott's a warrior, man. He just plays every possession really hard, and we got to match that with him. And hope we're hitting tonight. We're based on three-pointers, and if those go, we're in any game. If they don't, we're not in any game.
I've seen the Wolves come to Knott County before and shoot it out.
We have. And we'll do it again tonight, see how it rolls.
There you go. Coach Creech, thank you for stopping by. It's always good to see you.
Yeah, we think what y'all do for all the kids here, it's good for the kids to get to be on TV and to hear this. And, it'll be on there forever, and they can go back 20 years and look. And we really appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you.
Good luck.
Coach Creech, and we'll take a break. We'll be back with Coach Honeycutt when we come back to Knott County Central High School. As Harold Mullins used to say, the big house on the creek bank. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Here at Klutz Auto Sales in Hazard, Kentucky, we specialize in used vehicles, and we work with all types of credit. We're with you before and after the sale.
We stand behind every car we sell, ensuring that you drive away with confidence. We want you to be totally comfortable with your purchase because at Klutz Auto, you're the priority.
We've been your trusted dealer for 47 years. Visit us at Klutz Auto Sales across from Walmart on Highway 80. Call us at 606-439-5065.
Welcome back down on the floor. Coach Jeff Honeycutt with me of the Knott County Central Patriots. Coach, your team has been playing good basketball, my friend.
Yeah, at times, we're still trying to find ourselves and make sure we play 4 good quarters. We put a couple good halves together, a couple quarters here and there, and they play hard, so that's the main thing. And if we do that, you'll have opportunity to win. Got to guard them, keep them in front, and got to rebound the basketball, and you got to limit turnovers. And that's pretty much the keys to success of any game, and whoever does that best tonight will win.
Coach, looking at Wolfe County, they're known for the 3-ball, and they like to get up and down. And how do you counteract that?
We just, like I said, we got to be solid defensively. We can't let them get run outs and live ball turnovers. We can't give one up that leads straight to a basket on the other end. They got 4 guys averaging 15 or better, and Robinson's back playing tonight. That's a big key for him. He's one of the best big men in this region, and that has to be a lift for him. So, we've got our work cut out for us.
Coach, it's always good seeing you. I want to wish you luck tonight, and keep the Patriots going there, my friend.
Thanks, David. Shout out to all the fans. Come out and watch these guys play.
School's not back in session. We was talking about that a while ago, being some of the other folks down there where school's not in session. The crowd, but there's been more come in. So I think when school gets back in session, these ball games will get back full, my friend.
It is. It's getting ready for, this All A's a big tournament. It's a special tournament. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the winning team. And then, district play start next week, so it really, the gyms will be full all over.
There you go. Good to see Coach Honeycutt of the Knott Central Patriots. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll send it back up top as we get ready for the Wolves and Patriots in a big matchup. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
Introducing WTVE TV Everywhere from TVS, the new way to watch your favorite shows, live channels, and on-demand content wherever you go. On your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, whether you're at home, on the road, or maybe somewhere you might not want to be. And the best news, TV Everywhere is already part of every TVS video plan. Sign up today for TVS and get access to your favorite content, including live college sports everywhere. Visit tvscable.com or call 606-785-3450.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets want to air it out. He's got a man out here, Linden, caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring a friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
For over a century, Bank of Hindman has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Hyman Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Hyman, where tradition and trust still matter.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bedbugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Welcome back. We're about 5.5 minutes away from announcements and everything that goes on. Of course, if you joined us first, Knott County Central moves on to play Hazard Wednesday, and if it is Hazard and Knott County only Wednesday, it will be at a 7:15 start. If Knott Central defeats Wolfe County, then it will be a doubleheader here between Knott County Central and Hazard, and those will be at 6 and 8. So, guys, the Tim Short Auto Group, we have the keys of the game, and with the keys of the game, let's start off first with Wolfe County. What does Wolfe County need to do?
Well, Coach Creech, it's kind of his MO. He wants a transition basketball game. He wants to get up as many shots as he can. He doesn't want to really get into that slow down, run your set offense. He wants to get a lot of threes up. And for them to be successful tonight, they really need to get Knott County into that flow of the game, to move the ball up and down. And, on the defensive side, they've got to somehow match the physicality of Knott County in the paint.
And, the thing about Wolfe County, if they come out and knock down those threes,
watch out.
Watch
it's
out.
like throwing gas on a fire.
Yeah.
We've watched it several times over the years. They hit a three here, hit a three there. Next thing you know, they've hit 8 or 9 in a row.
Yeah. What about Knott County? What does Knott County need to do? What's their keys to win this first-round matchup?
Well, we talked about this is going to be a contrasting style here. What Coach Honeycutt and the Patriots need to do, they need to control tempo. They don't need to get in a up-and-down running game with Wolfe County, and they need to make sure they're concentrating on where Wolfe County's shooters are. They've got several guys that are averaging 15-plus points a game, 3 or 4 of them, to be honest with you, and they can shoot the three. So defensively, you got to find the shooters. Offensively, you need to take your time, slow the tempo down, and try to force the ball into your bigs and take advantage of your height advantage that you've got in the block.
And, the thing about it is, it's typical what we normally say, and it's cliche, but, the 50-50 balls, making of the free throws, no live turnovers that lead to easy baskets, and, keeping your main people from getting in foul trouble. Yeah. And I look forward to just the contrast in the styles. I look forward to what Coach Cluster Hurd has added. And, I was not aware that he was sitting on the bench with Coach Creech, and, he brings a lot of basketball knowledge.
The first time that I was acquainted with these kids from Wolfe County, probably 4 or 5 years ago, they came and played Letcher Central in a regional baseball tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And all these kids are out there, and they're all 7th graders playing varsity baseball. Fast forward that back last year, they win the 14th region title and really come close. I mean, they knocked off Boyd County in the first round down there. And so this team, they played together for years. They know, because winning transcends all sports. You learn to win at checkers, you're going to be successful winning something else. So this team this year could really be a dark horse in this region. And we talked about it early. They've got the experience. They've got the athletes that this could be a really, really tough outcome March.
And, chemistry. And that not necessarily just on the floor, but off the floor. On the, in the locker room, on the bus, at a hotel room. And that's a lot of the coaches. That's why you go and play in different places, is for that team bonding or that chemistry. Off the floor goes over to the playing floor as well.
And when you see these kids out, hanging out, outside of school, outside of sports, and they've got that with each other, and they've got that camaraderie together, that strengthens your team. And that's what we're talking about with team chemistry. When you genuinely like the guys that you're playing with and you're having a good time, you just seem to be a much better team that way.
Yep. And thank you for Roberta Waddell down in Western Kentucky is tuning in. I was waiting on David to come up and say that, but Roberta, thank you for tuning in as always. We'll have the same officials from the first game, and that will be Jim Cecil, Mike Melton, and Ralph Fugit. And we'll have the starting lineups. And first will be for the Wolfe County Wolves, 7-4 on the season. Of course, once again, coached by Robert Scott Creech. We have first junior guard Caleb Creech averaging 16.5 points a game. Number 11, senior Camden Oliver averaging 13.7 points. Number 22, Jaden Molans averaging 8.7. Number 15, senior Jaden Holland averaging 19.5. And back on the floor, as you heard with Coach Howard, number 44, senior Brady Robinson averaging 7.5 points a game. Once again, Coach Creech Wolves are 7-4 on the season. Now for the Knott County Central Patriots, 9-3 on the season, coached by Mr. Jeff Honeycutt. The Patriots 9-3, like I said, looking to advance, and the winner of this will advance to play Hazard. Number 11, senior forward Chance Ambergy, averaging 14.4. Number 23, senior forward Michael Gibson, averaging 9 points a game. Number 2, senior center Jayden Hall, averaging 6.4. Number 24, senior guard Connor Napier, averaging 11.6. And number 10, senior guard Gavin Mosley, averaging 4.2.
You think, Knott County, a very senior-oriented, dominated team. So both these teams, a lot of experience out there on the floor.
And as we go to step in, it will be Michael Gibson as Jim Cecil will throw it up. And number 5 for the Wolves, Caleb Creech. Here we go, guys. And the tip will lead with the Wolves. Knott County Central man-to-man. See how patient the Wolves will be against this man-to-man. And it's going to be a hand check called on Gavin Mosley. He had 2 hands on the dribbler.
Yeah, Knott County starting off man-to-man.
Now, is that the thing you talk about, it, Brian, in your pre-conference about hand checking and that kind of stuff, calling it right away with your other 2 teammates and refs?
Yeah, and that's
nice take.
That's been an area of emphasis. And if they put 2 hands on them, it's going to be pretty much automatic.
Holland with a nice drive, and you can see with that 19.5-point average that he does it not only from 3 but taking it inside. Ambergy being doubled, and there's going to be a foul call, and right away it's going to be that's on number 15. That's on Jaden Holland. That's going to be his first. So right away, 2 team fouls. So no hand checking going to be allowed. And Gibson off the board puts it in.
And that's kind of, we talked about, Brian talked about the strength, getting that inside game going, getting Gibson and Ambergy. And that looked to be exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah, just going to try to take advantage of their size.
Well, having Robinson back, it's going to help the Wolves. Nice pump faking up and in, and that's Creech. So nice start by the Wolves. Mosley with a basketball. Gibson pump fake against Robinson into the lane, gives it up. Napier goes to Hall on the short baseline side. Napier, 15-footer, rolls, doesn't go, fought forward, and Oliver will come down with it. Got a 2 against 2. Holland, hesitation, takes the physicality and puts it in.
That's a strong move.
Yeah, it is. And right now, in the one-on-one matchups, Wolf kind of having their way on the offensive side.
And, they're having it in the paint. We talked about the 3-pointers, guys, and so far it's been inside. 6-2 Wolves as we start with a 6-minute mark into Hall. Hall goes up, and he is fouled on the floor. And if that's Holland, that's going to be his second, and it is. So that's 2 team fouls and 2 on Holland right off the bat. And Coach Creech elects to keep him in there.
Holland's going to have to play disciplined with those 2 early fouls.
And he's going up against Hall, playing back behind him, and Hall puts it in.
And that's what we talked about, Hall's improvement in his game from last year.
He becomes an offensive presence rather than just kick it, and you don't even take him for granted. Or you do take him for granted that he wasn't going to score. Spin, Creech, and he's going to be called for steps.
Hall's become very effective with that little left-handed baby hook. He kind of creates space and makes himself play a little bigger than he is.
Sophomore Maddox Brown will take Holland out and, mark that down at the 5.5-minute mark. 6-4 Wolfe County as Holland goes out.
And they had to take him out because Knott went straight to Hall on the block.
And once again, Brown is guarding Hall. And he's going to pick up a foul. Going to go to Hall. Robinson this time is on Hall. Gibson pump fakes, doesn't take it. Ambergy pump fake. Got Molans up in the air. Off the screen of Hall. Kicker to Mosley for the 3. Good.
You can't give Mosley much daylight.
No.
That's his report, is shooting that off the pass shot. 7-6 as Knott County moves ahead. Got the high post double staggered screen for Oliver. And there's going to be a foul right there, and that foul is going to be on Napier. Second team foul. Holland's going to come in. Brown will go back out.
Both teams will have to adjust to the hand checking calls fairly quickly.
Creech with it. Coach Creech with the call. Looking for Robinson with a high set screen.
Wolfe yet to take a 3-point shot.
Holland spins. Gives it a nice pass, but Robinson bobbled it, but then knocked out of bounds by Napier.
Yeah, I think Wolf's trying to establish their physicality inside, Jim. What do you think?
Oh, exactly. And not really by, dominating the post, but just by slashing, driving, and getting into the defense.
Well, if you take the ball inside and they call them the fouls, and as a team, they shoot near 70% from the free throw line.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, that's smart coaching.
Yeah, good spacing for this Wolfe County team, too. And when you're a good shooter, spacing really helps out when you're trying to drive to the basket, too.
Creech rises up, misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Ambergy. Mosley got a 4 against 3 into the middle. Off and good by Hall.
A nice look there by Mosley.
And, good, David Adams talks about it all the time, a good floor balance that time in the 4 against 3.
Yeah, run your lanes.
9-6, Knott County Central, 3.5 minutes go in the first quarter here. Thank you for joining us first round of the All-A Classic. There's the first 3, doesn't go. Rebound is Hall. Hall's got it all the way across. Napier 3 comes up short. Tipped out, and Napier will get it. Ambergy 3 in the deep corner comes up short. Rebound to Hall. Got a box out. 3, Gibson comes up short. Gibson goes after his own, knocks it off a Hall, and it will be Wolves basketball.
And we just talked about how many threes Knott would not shoot and how many threes Wolfe were going to shoot.
They must have been listening to us and counteract.
They just did just the opposite of what we've talked about pregame.
4-1 attempts on the three-point, not Wolfe is already.
And, Robinson, maybe not in game shape, probably been running some, had taken a little bit of a break as Brown comes in for him. Holland goes in. Nice shot. Give him 6 early.
Holland doing a great job creating space with his body as he goes up.
Ambergy, Mosley. You got your 41 going here. You got Hall that's playing that interior post. Mosley into the lane. Ambergy might have got away with one right there. Ambergy splits through, and he is fouled. And the foul is going to be on, looks like it's on Oliver. And that's going to be the 4th team foul. Next, from this point on, 2:14 to go, Knott County Central will shoot free throws. And you can see Coach Creech taking Holland on defense, taking him out and then putting him back in.
Yeah, don't want him to get a cheap foul on a reach, and Wolfe is very active with their hands.
Jackson Holland came in for him. That's his brother, I believe, if I ain't mistaken. Gibson gets his own rebound, and he's going to be fouled. And I think that's going to be on Creech. And nope. Excuse me, it's on Brown, and that's going to be Brown's second foul. Gibson will go to the line for 2. Shooting 45% on the season. Am I correct in saying that? Did I read that right, Brian?
Yes, you did. I've got it, 45%. And that's the way Michael plays, he's a better shooter than that.
Yep.
Wow, Brian Lucas Miller says you're a missed in the official ranks, but you do a great job as a color commentator.
I want you to know.
Wow.
Well, I'm not sweating as much up here.
Gibson shows us once again when I say about free throw shooting, and once again, they're just not going to have to pay me for that. As little as in for Knott County Central. Misses the second one, battle for the rebound, and it's going to come to Mullins. Dribble the basketball picked up by Ambergy, back out to Creech, and they'll set it up. Under 2, Knott Central up 10-8. The winner to face Hazard Wednesday. Creech going against Napier, kick out to Hall. Goes into the lane once again, and he puts it in.
Yeah, such good spacing by Wolfe County to create those lanes.
Give him 8. Gibson with a fake and spins. Nobody touched it. Turnover, Patriots. And Niles will come in, and Hall will go out.
Holland is very good at using his body to shield defenders.
Yes.
Once he gets that step on you and gets his shoulder even with you, he's going to get to the basket.
And finishes well.
Yes, he does.
And, one or two of them, he's had a little bit of contact, and he's finished, as Jim just said. 10-10. Let's see if Wolfe County can go ahead here with 1:12. Got the angle on Gibson, gives it up to Molans, who's moving without the basketball, puts it in.
That's a good heads up there by Creech, too. Keeping his eyes up on the floor.
Yeah, Wolfe County looking very impressive for this first quarter.
And they go up 12-10. Molans with his first bucket on the night. Little and Dials, who we talked about in the pregame, comes off that bench and gives a spark. Wolfe County fans wanting a hook on Ambergy, and Brown's going to come in, and of course, we know who's coming out. Holland is once again, Coach Creech trying to protect him, trying to keep him from getting that third foul in the first half.
And he's done a good job because he had the 2 fouls early.
Yeah, real early, yes. Goes into Ambergy, pump fake off the board, puts it in.
Good move.
First basket for him. He ties it up at 12 apiece. 4 Patriots in the scoring column.
So Knott County changed to 2-3, going to jump and trap out of it.
The old Dean Smith catch you off guard. Long three comes up short. The round's going to come down to Napier, 1 against 1. He goes in, squares his body, and puts it in.
Good ankle there by Connor.
Puts him up with 10 seconds to go. 4. See if they're going to get it off. Got to get it up, and he does, and it's going to be off, and that will end the first quarter. Knott County Central up 14-12 after 1. We'll be back on Hometown 24.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Key Chicago Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy and Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Welcome back to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex after 1. Knott County Central up 14-12. The basketball will go with Knott County Central, and pretty good first quarter, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very good first quarter for both clubs.
Both teams scoring in the paint, but kind of scoring in different ways.
Yeah, and Brian said a good thing about adapting to what they're calling, and after the initial part, they adapted to the whistle. Ambergy puts it in.
And that's going to be Knott's advantage.
Yep.
They're trying to get the ball in on the block and use their size advantage on Wolfe.
And once again, Knott County Central staying in that 2-3 after the penetration and all of the scoring from Wolfe County in the paint. 15-footer, Creech is long. Rebound comes down to Napier. He got a 3 against 2, a little bit unbalanced, but a 12-footer good by Napier. Give him 4.
Got a wet spot down there. And Connor's a good shooter, and he's very good at the little pull-up jumper.
And, he's gotten better over time with that. It used to be a catch.
Initially he was a three-point
yes.
guy, and then once you establish that, then you can make that ball fake and hit that 12 or 14-footer. It just takes it to a whole nother level.
And, it's like all these guys that have played Wolfe County and Knott County. You gain strength through the weight room.
All right.
You do other things, and you mature.
And
your
you
body
evolve.
Matures.
Yeah, you start doing other things good.
Keeps it in the middle of the floor, but throws it away to Gibson. Ambergy up the right side to Napier. Nobody cuts to him. Skip pass to Dials. Dials into the middle of the lane. And there was Robinson.
Just nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I'd hate to run into him, too, if I drove in the lane like that.
So Dials with the turnover. Did everything right. You just got to come to a jump stop and keep that pivot foot down.
Yeah, he kind of ran into a wall right there.
I don't think he was expecting that.
18-12. Staying in that 2-3.
If you're Wolfe, you've got to be aware that Knott will jump you with those two top guards and then shoot the passing lanes on the wing.
And, that's where Robinson gets to that high post area.
Yeah.
Skip pass goes all the way across, gives it into Robinson with a kicker. Creech, Oliver, 3. Doesn't go. Rebound, Ambergy. Doesn't have numbers, splits through, and I believe that is going to be off Ambergy.
That's a good call.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, this 2-3 zone stymied Wolfe.
Yeah.
But if you're Coach Creech, that last possession's not bad because the ball went into the middle, swung to the wing, and then swung back over for the open 3. And that's what they're going to have to do. But they have to watch about this jump right here because the two forwards will shoot the passing lane.
And, the wings got to come up on that when they do that.
Yes. We were talking about in the girls' game, finally empty open spot.
And you see Holland tried to get in that gap from the weak side wing.
There he comes.
And there comes Mullins doing the same thing. So good movement so far. They just got to knock down those threes or get in those gaps to shoot that shot inside the paint.
I like this maturity of not forcing the shot from Wolfe County, something that, has kind of been their bugaboo the last couple of years. But very patient on the offensive
Very
end.
patient.
But that goes along with their experience and being through those kinds of things. And Coach Creech, showing those kids that in video sessions.
They need to get somebody into the middle.
And just as soon as you said that, Robinson comes up, sets the screen. Trying to overload one side. You got to overload.
There's a shot.
And there's Holland with a 3, and it goes.
Good execution.
Double figures for Holland. He's got 11. Got 11 of the 15 for the Wolves. And you can see why he's averaging 19.5 points. Ambergy goes through off the board, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Molans.
Yeah, nice rebound by Molans. You can tell he's been in the weight room.
He's got a good
He's grown
deal.
up.
Failed to mention McWhorter's in the basketball game. McWhorter, a sophomore for Coach Creech, walk called on the Wolves. Number 20, Jackson Holland, who has been starting in place of Robinson while he's been out.
We see his fingers taped up there still, and they were talking earlier. They didn't know if he was going to play much at all.
I guess that shows a whole lot about the young man. He wants to play. Napier gives it up to Hall. Goes into Ambergy, going against Creech. Left hand, misses it. Creech goes high up with 2 hands and brings the rebound down.
Good defensive possession for Wolfe County.
So when they go to this flat 1-4 set, what are they trying to do here?
Well, they're going to try to not make a commitment and overload this side. They're going to bring the post player to the high post, and you've got the other guys that can cut off of that.
And didn't read the defense, did McWhorter. Little goes in left hand and lays it in, the freshman. Give him his first 2. And Coach Creech does not like it, and it's going to be a 30-second, and we'll stay right here with it. 2015, 3:42 in the second quarter, guys. And, the zone has changed the pace of the basketball game, if nothing else, but not County Central.
Yeah, and that's what Jim just mentioned earlier. He liked how the zone was kind of bum-fuzzling Wolfe a little bit, and that's why Coach Creech called the timeout to try to get something going there with it.
And, like Jim said, too, they have been very patient with it, and they have moved the basketball. Coach Keith Baker at Letcher Central tuning in. Mason Sumner, Perry County Central, tuning in. Trevor Barnett, Joan Watts, thank you all for tuning in. Lisa Collins. And we're back ready to play at 2015.
Here's where they like to jump you right out of the timeout.
And there's the overload with the screen, and that gives the wide open shot for Holland. It rolls, doesn't go. Rebound is going to come down and taken away by Connor Napier. Napier goes in, bounce past to Hall. Kicker to Little. Knocked away by Oliver. It's going to be a scramble. Goes back to Hall. Hall off the board, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Gibson. Gives it up. Niles comes up short. Molan's with a rebound.
Yeah, a couple of really good looks there, but the Patriots just couldn't get the ball to go in the hole.
Yeah, it's fast and furious right there for a few seconds.
Oliver Ballot, and there's the skip pass to Holland into the gap. He's fouled. Let's see the foul call, and that's going to be on Hall, and that's going to be his first, team's first. Holland, who is a 78% free throw shooter, comes up short.
As soon as you said that.
Yeah, sorry, Jaden. Niles and Little out as Gibson and Mosley will come back in for Knott County Central. Shane Gibson in the basketball game for the first time. The second one up is good. Give him 12. .2016, 2:50 to go. Stay with us for the Double Quick halftime show. We'll talk about, hopefully we'll check the scores of the other games in all right. Gibson goes up, 12-footer, good. Shane Gibson are off the bench and scores 2.
Yeah, Wolfe County's got to find a way to effectively attack this zone, and that's a good way to do it right there. Yeah. You can get it to fall.
Yeah, rebound comes down to Gibson.
Doing the right thing, just the shots are not falling right now.
Gibson pump fakes, goes in, splits through, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. And that's going to be on the Robinson. That's going to be his first.
He probably had an easier shot if he would have just went ahead and shot the first one instead of the shot fake and driving in there, getting the foul.
Connor Napier out and Chance Ambergy in. Gibson with the basketball, thought better of it. Goes into Hall, back to Mosley for that catch and shoot once again.
And he had his shoulder squared when he caught the ball, and like I said, he's a good shooter.
Yeah, and that extends the lead out to 9 now, 25-16. Mosley with his second 3.
And what helped him on that, did you see how he relocated after he threw the ball into the
And relocation is an important part against zone or anything in relation to that. Got the 2-1-2 set now by Coach Creech. Goes up off the board. It's going to come up short. Rebound is knocked out by Wolfe County. Knott County Central basketball.
And, and we can look back to the, pivotal moment when Coach Honeycutt switched to the zone. It's been all Knott County Central.
Yeah. Here comes the flex cut for Knott County Central. Wolfe County doing a nice job of stymieing any screen coming across. Mosley into the lane with a floater, doesn't go, tipped, comes down to Shane Gibson. To Hall in the short corner, Gibson 3, good.
Inside out off of an offensive rebound.
Give Gibson 6, and if Gibson knocks down the 3, woe be me.
And Gibson, watching him now compared to last year, he has improved so much in nearly every facet of the game.
Knott Central with their largest lead at 28-16. Wolfe County got to find something here. Back cut, but it's stolen by Hall. He looks up to Mosley. Side steps, puts it in. Give Mosley 8.
Yeah, all Knott County Central here in the second quarter.
And we're going to attribute that to the zone that
only 4 points by Wolfe County in the second quarter. 10 seconds and clock's running. Got to get something off. Oliver gets the screen from Robinson. No look pass. 2.4 left on the clock.
Yeah, right now, Wolfe just trying to do a little too much.
Holland back in. Got to get something off. You got 3 movements right here. Holland comes into him. He's got to get it up. He does get it up, and it's going to come up short. And that will end the first half, 30-16, Knott County Central. And when we come back, we'll have the Double Quick halftime show, so stay with us.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They'll take the gun. Not afraid to start. I'm not living in a house. Some folks think that I say so wrong. I can take a shot. Life gets hard. I'm alive. I'm Perry County strong. I'm alive. I'm Perry County strong.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
New year, new tech. Start 2026 connected with the latest devices from Appalachian Wireless. Upgrade to the powerful new iPhone 17 or the sleek iPhone 17 Air. Get more done with iPad A16 or stay connected with Apple Watch Series 11 or Ultra 3. And for the kiddos, the Explorer X6 Play, the smartwatch made just for kids. New year, new devices, and the service you trust right here at Appalachian Wireless. Visit us today at one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensberger from Hoffensberger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The Law Office of Heidi Hoffensberger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Double Quick halftime show. Knott County Central up 30-16, coming out in the second quarter, outscoring Wolfe County 16-4 in the second quarter, and pushing that lead out to 14. Guys, we got any scores?
Yeah, we got some final with Leslie girls and Buckhorn girls. Leslie 77-45 in that one, and at the end of one, Leslie boys 15, Buckhorn boys 12. We also have a score from Letcher County Central. We've got Letcher Central over Magoffin 21-11 at the end of the first quarter.
So that will mean that Leslie County will advance to play Lee County at Leslie County on Wednesday. We already have Knott County Central that will be playing Hazard Wednesday, and that will be here, but the time will be determined based on the game being played here. I also want to remind you that the semifinals and the finals of the All-A will be played at Alice Lloyd College, and those games on the 9th will be the girls' semifinals will be played on the 9th at 6 and 8. On Saturday, it will be the boys' semis at 3 and 5, with the girls' championship at 7. And then the boys' championship will be on Sunday the 11th at 3 p.m. And Hometown 24 will be doing all those games, along with the games on Wednesday.
We're going to be busy, guys.
Busy week.
Yeah, and I'm not going to actually have to work 3 days this week. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Guys, Wolfe County still into the locker room. What does Wolfe County need to do to overcome this 14-point deficit?
Well, I think Jim said it earlier when Knott went to the 2-3 zone. It kind of gave Wolfe a little bit of trouble. They're going to have to try to get some clean shots out of it, and to do that, they're going to have to expose the middle area that you see there around the free throw line to get the ball into there, and then maybe get it out on the sides to the wings to their three-point shooters. But it did cause them a little bit of trouble starting in the second quarter.
So what does Knott Central need to continue to do to keep this 14-point deficit and come out on top and advance to play Hazard?
Well, one thing that I've noticed when Knott's in that 2-3 zone, like Gibson is being so active, when the ball goes in the middle, he's coming up really quick to take any passing lanes away from there. On the offensive side, I mean, they're just really dominating the offensive board, second chance shots, and they've knocked down 2 or 3 timely threes. It's kind of been opposite of the scouting report that we had talked about. So that's why we're up here. We're not the coaches. Jeff Honeycutt, Bob Creech know a lot more than we know.
Yeah.
So, but I think Knott County has to play to their advantages, and that is stay strong in the paint, let Gibson and Amberger go to work on the inside. But they did really well about, like Brian had said, getting the ball inside and passing back out for the open three.
And, quickly, Wolfe County, 2 points by Caleb Creech, McWhorter, and Brown played, did not score. Oliver did not score. Jaden Holland with 12. Jackson Holland did not score. Jaden Molans with 2, and Robinson did not score for a total of 16. For Knott County Central, Drew Little with 2, Jaden Hall with 4, Mosley with 8, Ambergy with 4. Dials played did not score, 2 for Gibson. Shane Gibson, Michael Gibson with 6, Connor Napier with 4. So you have 7 of the 8 players that got in have scored for Knott County Central.
Looks like David's wanting to cut in on us here.
Yeah, go ahead.
With his halftime.
And you talked about
Welcome down on the floor, and I have a guest with me, Todd Kraft of the Tim Short Auto Group. And what have you seen so far? A basketball guy like you, my friend.
Well, we watched two pretty good games. I think Knott girls, overpowered Wolfe, and it looks like the boys are as well. But two good teams playing each other. So.
Notice this Wolfe County team, they really moved the ball well, but I've been impressed with Knott County. They're moving it well. These two teams playing extremely hard.
Yeah, they are. I think both of them veteran teams got some seniors and stuff, so they're looking good on the floor, and Knott played in Florida, and they're getting better every game. So.
If me and Jim McCauley and Manus Blair and Brian Johnson comes down to the car lot, is there a discount anywhere?
Boys, I'm raising the prices.
There you have it. Back upstairs, guys.
And that ended the double quick and Tim Short Auto Group halftime show right there. I guess I won't be going down there. But, I will go down there.
So Knott County back in man-to-man?
Yep, and surprising. It may be just a change, and Holland kind of lost the basketball, and Gibson put his hand in the cookie jar and got a foul called on him.
Yeah, and they changed it up because
What they crept on it at halftime.
Yeah, he brought his group out late to out of the locker room, and nice ghost.
Yeah.
And Robinson puts it in for his first two.
Nice slip there for Robinson.
And that's a nice start for Wolfe County. Downbergy into the lane, gives it to Napier. Gibson fakes, gives it to Hall. Hall with a floater, misses it. Rebound comes down to Oliver, and Hall's going to pick up the foul. So 2 quick fouls on the Patriots. Hall, that is his second foul.
And he didn't need to do that. Got frustrated, missed a shot there, and then fouled him 90 feet away.
Yeah. 90 feet.
84, sorry.
He's been calling too many games at Expo Center and
that college floor gets you.
Yeah. Oh, I had to get you on that one. Here we go. 30-18. Wolfe County was able to get the ball inside to Robinson against the man-to-man, and Oliver goes into the lane, tries to get it to Robinson. Someone's got to present themselves. Holland does. Holland in and out dribbles, got the angle, and he's fouled by Hall. And that's going to be 2 quick fouls on Hall, and that's his third. And that will send Holland to the line where he was 1 for 2 in the first half. Didn't play a lot of minutes, mostly on the offensive end after picking up those 2 quick fouls early in the first quarter.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about how he uses his body well to shield the defender off.
And that time, he called for the high screen. Even though he didn't use it, he used that feint towards it to create that open space to get in and draw the foul.
Yeah, and give him a driving lane.
It's no Rick Pitino, Sean Woods, in and out dribble with the right hand. You take your hand and you move it in, and you get them going one direction, but you know which way you're going, and they don't. Second free throw is up, and it rolls and goes in. And a nice start by Wolfe County, a 4-0 run to start right off.
And Wolfe won't quit. They never have.
And, of course, mentioned that Dials came in for Jaden Hall, who picked up that third foul. Ambergy asking for the screen and roll, and that's a nice – oh! I was getting ready to say 2 points for Dials.
Yeah, missed a bunny right there.
But it was a nice pass by Ambergy.
Nice execution.
Got the double stack high now for Wolfe County, trying to isolate Creech down there. Gets some nice spin move off the board and puts it in.
Boy,
6-0 run.
Coach Creech kept him in there a little long at halftime, but whatever he said seems to be working pretty good for the Wolves.
And, when you got an experienced group, you're not going to go in there and peel the paint. You're going to go in there and talk to them like young men, and evidently they've listened. Dials with a 3, misses it. Rebound's going to be fought for, and Ambergy's going to pick up the foul. And that's going to be Ambergy's first. And that's going to be 4 team fouls on Knott Central early. And from this point on,
Wolfe County's going to shoot the free throws, guys.
You know, and like Brian had said, you know, a 70% free throw shooting team, definitely a place they can make a living.
Yeah, and that's what they wanted.
And quickly, Coach Honeycutt goes back to that zone that was so good in the second quarter. Reverse, and it's blocked, and it's going to be a foul on Dials. And no, I'm sorry, it was not on Dials. Or yes, it was on Dials. That's going to be his first, and from this point on, Wolfe County is going to be shooting free throws.
Early.
Yeah.
5 minutes plus.
Creech with his first. He's 68% on the season.
Knott County yet to score here in the third quarter. All Wolfe County after the intermission.
And, you know, 4 of those is from the free throw line, and you got 2 buckets, and you've got an 8-0 run to start off. You couldn't have drawn it up much better in the locker room. Wolfe County, and you can see Wolfe County's picked it up a notch on the defensive side.
The pep in their step, they switch back to the zone here as well. A little bit more pep in their step.
Picked up the intensity just a touch.
Mosley thought about it for just a second. And that's going to be an offensive foul, and that's going to be on Michael Gibson, and that's going to be Michael's second. And turnover, Patriots, not what Coach Honeycutt was wanting to see coming out. You know, you're trying to put them away right in that. You know, you talk about that first 3 or 4 minutes coming out, and
it's
right
crucial.
now Wolfe County is on top in that first 3 or 4 minutes.
They've got themselves right back in the game.
And, you know, Wolfe County, one of those teams, we've talked about it, when they get confident,
they get very dangerous.
Yes.
Holland with the basketball. Robinson trying to get position down in the middle.
It still seems that the zone is giving them just a little bit of trouble. They're trying to find a gap.
Well, you know, Gibson, like I said, you know, he's really good at coming up into that open spot.
And the ball was kicked, and it'll be Wolfe County basketball underneath.
I think the length of Knott in this zone is what's causing some of the trouble. But that'll help them.
The run continues with a 3-pointer, and that's 17 for Jaden Holland, and they're within 1 basket now of Knott County Central.
And you can't leave him that open. I mean, you've got to be aware.
Yeah, he put his radar out.
Yeah, you've got to know where he's at all times.
Gibson with the basketball.
Knott County in desperate need of a bucket right here.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, we talked about Wolfe looking a little bit off on that. Now Knott's looking a little sluggish in their offense.
Nice rebound by Dials. He'll put it back in. And Coach Honeycutt's going to say, give me a timeout. And it's a full timeout. We'll take a timeout too. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard is here to meet all your prescription and healthcare needs. Pharmacist Darren Smith and the experienced staff provide fast, reliable service with the professionalism you expect. With friendly service and a commitment to quality care, Hometown Pharmacy is proud to serve the Hazard community every day. Ask about their new app. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard, quality care, professional service right here in your community.
Welcome back as Coach Honeycutt, after the basket by Payson Dials, calls a timeout, lengthened it out. And the first bucket by Knott County Central, you know, late in the, 16 fouls called against Knott County Central, 0 for Wolfe County so far. Coach Honeycutt changed it, and he went back to the zone. Got to give credit where credit is due. Wolfe County has come out here and 11-2 and 3:07 to go in the third quarter. Thank you for joining us. Tim Eldridge down in London, Kentucky. Thank you for joining us. Here comes that trap.
Yep, there's the jump.
And it works. No, I thought for a second he was going to be able to save it, but, you know, you got to be aware of that, and you got to keep the ball in the middle of the floor.
Yeah. And Wolfe, he was there. It's just he mishandled the pass.
And you've got those two taped up fingers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Horn set here. Little into the basketball game for Knott County Central, and you've got a hold, and that's going to be on Creech, his first. Kind of made a misstep. I think might have knocked knees on the screen.
And nothing hurts like hitting knees with somebody.
Little with the basketball. Coming off the double staggered screen, looking for some movement. Gibson gives it up to Amberg. He steps through. Nice move, puts it in.
Yeah.
Give Amberg 6.
Nice high-low action.
Yeah, you see, you know, that time against the zone, it was just attacking instead of passing that perimeter pass around.
For a run for Knott County Central to push it back out to 7. Double team by Oliver, and it's going to be I think it's out
of bounds.
Out of bounds. Evidently stepped out of bounds, did Oliver. It's going to be a timeout, and it's going to be a timeout by Wolfe County. Full timeout. We'll take a timeout too. 34-27. Stay with us on the Hometown.
TVS Mobile is here. Mobile service from the broadband provider you already know and trust. Powered by the nation's most reliable network. TVS is your #1 choice when you need to stay connected. With mobile plans to suit any budget and any situation, and phones from your most trusted brands. Go to tgtvsmobile.com today and see how TVS can keep you connected. The choice is yours. The time is now. TVS Mobile.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Welcome back after the timeout by Coach Creech. 34-27, 2:07 to go in the third quarter. Let's see if a change of defense, and I think Coach Creech is going to go to a flat 2-3 here. There's the baseline screen, and Napier knocks it down. Yeah. Give him 7.
Got lost on the rotation there.
Well, the pin down screen got him wide open, and that's a call by Coach Honeycutt to get him a wide open shot in a deep corner. And Todd Kraft, you shoot them right here and make them in that deep corner too. Even David Adams made a few in his lifetime in that deep corner.
That's before the three-point shot was invented.
Oh, yeah. That's before they had peach baskets.
Wasn't in this gym.
Yeah, it was a peach basket. 37-27. Wolfe County got to find something against this zone. And, you know, I thought Molan's had a little bit of space, but I hand on it.
Yeah, Gibson, I'm very impressed with Gibson playing in the middle of that zone. He's very active. He doesn't stand around. He's got good arm length.
That's what I was going to say.
That's from playing a lot of safety and cornerback on the football team. That one's going to go long. Nice job by Robinson to kick it back out with a punch out. Left-hand shot, no good. Holland with it, up and under, doesn't go. Robinson, left hand, and it will go. Give him 4 now. Much-needed basket against that zone by Wolfe County.
They got 4 opportunities, 4 offensive rebounds.
And once again, that's the problem a lot of times in playing a zone. 39 seconds, and Coach Honeycutt looking up at the clock. They may go for 1 here, and they also have the arrow to start off the fourth quarter. And Gibson looking at the official to see the count. Hamburger into the lane, gives it up to Dials. Dials is
he's bumped
fouled
right there.
And that's going to be Robinson's second.
And not a bad foul for Wolfe. I mean, he was about to get to the rim.
And, that's only the second
That's
foul.
exactly right.
Very smart, intelligent play. Let's see if they'll continue to foul here, not to let them have something. You don't want Holland to foul, though.
No. They can be super aggressive.
And that's what they're doing right now, and that's going to be a steal, almost a steal. Oliver goes to the floor, and that's going to end the third quarter, 37-29 when we come back. We'll have the fourth quarter. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
When financial challenges threaten your future, you need clear guidance and proven solutions. Call Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Trusted legal experience to help you take control. From stopping creditor actions to protecting your assets. Keisha and her staff deliver efficient, reliable representation focused on results. With flexible payment options, getting the help you need is more accessible than ever. Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Professional service, practical solutions. The fresh start you deserve.
Here at Klutz Auto Sales in Hazard, Kentucky, we specialize in used vehicles and we work with all types of credit. We're with you before and after the sale.
We stand behind every car we sell, ensuring that you drive away with confidence. We want you to be totally comfortable with your purchase because at Klutz Auto, you are the priority.
We've been your trusted dealer for 47 years. Visit us at Klutz Auto Sales across from Walmart on Highway 80. Call us at 606-439-5065.
Yeah, it's one of those games. Welcome back to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. First round of the 14th Region All-A Classic. The winner going to be playing Hazard. Knott County Central will have the basketball. Little with the basketball, man-to-man now by Wolfe County. 5 out for Ghost the screen, gives it up. And, is it going to be thrown away? It is, and that's going to be a turnover.
That was a great slip.
Yep.
And just switching defenses, giving us something else to look at.
And, veteran coaches, as we were talking out there, make those little subtle changes in between timeouts, in between quarters, coming out after halftime, those kinds of things.
But I think the difference so far in this game has been the zone defense of Knott County Central.
Yep. And it goes all the way through, misses it, but there's Robinson, misses it, puts it up, puts it in. Man, give him 6 and a lot of offensive rebounds, and Gibson puts it up, gets his own rebound, goes up, misses it, and he was fouled, so he'll go to the line. And that's going to be Robinson's third, and Michael Gibson will go to the line where he's 1 for 2 on the night, 6 points.
Yeah, it was good work there by Gibson. Missed a shot and outfought 3 Wolfe County Wolves for the rebound.
Kind of like Robinson did on the far end.
Just like it.
Yep. Shane Gibson in the basketball game for Coach Honeycutt. Second one up, and it's Pure. Give him 8. 39-31, under 7 minutes to go in the basketball game. And like I said earlier, the zone slows the game down a lot for Wolfe County.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say earlier. It is taking the tempo away from Wolfe that they like to play with.
Goes into Robinson. Kicker to Molan's deep 3.
Yeah, not really his shot right there, but he was wide open.
And you got to take that to keep that defense honest.
And it's a good 2-man game with Robinson, and Robinson is going to pick up his 4th foul.
They really have to have him in the game. I mean, he's, I don't know if you can take him out right now.
And Coach Creech talking with his staff about what to do. And
maybe buy him a minute if he can. But, yeah, I agree with you, Jim. He's got to be in the game because he's their inside presence.
Yeah, he's the only player that can match the physicality inside that Knott County has.
Yeah. Ball's knocked away, and there's your answer is Jackson Holland will come off the bench, and Robinson will get a quick break, and I don't expect him to be out of the game very long.
Let's steal a minute or so if we can.
And he's played a good game
Yes, he
coming
has.
off his long being absent. Napier once again trying to get off that pin down screen. Creech with good hands knocks it out of bounds.
Really have not seen Creech get going yet tonight. He's another one of those guys that can really get going in a hurry.
Yeah.
And he's been stymied tonight.
Yeah, between him and Oliver, they average about 30 between them.
Yep.
Goes into Ambergy being guarded by Molans. Got the 4 out with Ambergy inside.
Yeah, Knott County in no hurry whatsoever.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty patient here.
There's the 1-4 with Ambergy, 3, and it goes. Set up by Little and the 1-4 set.
Yeah, just takes that 2 or 3 steps in and kicks it back out once it collapses.
Creech into the lane, nice
pass.
I tell you what, that was even a better seal there by
Mullins, yeah.
By Mullins.
Mullins with 4. 42-33, 5:10 to go. Napier with a pump fake, and
that's.
I think the Wolfe County crowd was asking for a push-off, and Creech is going to pick up his second.
Yeah, that could have went either way.
And that's right there in that middle lane area. Box set by Knott Central on the inbounds play. Goes into Gibson. Gibson up off the board, mans it in there.
That's the difference right there when he's in there.
Yeah, and when you don't have Robinson in the paint.
Yeah, he's strong enough to keep him from bullying his way in.
Give Gibson 10. Holland 3. Doesn't go. Up with a rebound, Shane Gibson.
Yeah, great rebound right there.
And Shane, like we've said before, brings that football mentality to the basketball floor. Ambergy up and under, misses it. Rebound comes down to Molans.
Great move.
Yeah.
And, Wolfe County's not been able to get anything in transition to make it easier.
No. They've had to work extremely hard for everything that they've gotten, minus the first 3 or 4 minutes of the third quarter when Knott County was playing man-to-man.
And that's going to be a timeout for Knott County Central. Let's see what they're going to come up with. And it's going to be a full, and we'll take a timeout. Stay with us on the Hometown 24.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope. And Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
Introducing WTVE TV Everywhere from TVS, the new way to watch your favorite shows, live channels, and on-demand content wherever you go. On your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, whether you're at home, on the road, or maybe somewhere you might not want to be. And the best news, TV Everywhere is already part of every TVS video plan. Sign up today for TVS and get access to your favorite content, including live college sports everywhere. Visit tvscable.com or call 606-785-3450.
Welcome back as Coach Honeycutt calls timeout, 44-33. Wolfe County to inbounds the basketball underneath their basket. Got to have some points here. Kick out comes to Creech, almost 5 on that one. Ooh. He got away with that one. Oh, my.
Yeah, great pass inside. Mullins just wasn't looking.
Just wasn't ready for it. Thought he might have got away with a little bit of a palm, but
could have been. I think he was getting ready to throw it.
Yeah.
Caught everybody off guard.
Under 4. Ambergy dribbling the basketball, knocked away, almost stolen, and there's going to be a foul call. And that foul is going to be on Oliver, and that's going to be his second. And that's the team's fourth. So from this point on, Knott County Central will be shooting free throws. Wolfe County picking up the pace.
Yeah, they're getting real handsy up top.
Yeah. And there is a deflection, and it's going to go out of bounds. And putting a lot of pressure on the ball handler.
Yeah, Knott's going to have to make sure they're stepping to their passes, make strong passes, cut with a purpose.
Napier 12-footer rolls, doesn't go. Rebound by Michael Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson, no answer for him right now.
With Robinson,
you just said his name, and he comes up from there. But you're exactly right. 12 points for Michael Gibson. I'm sure close to that number of rebounds.
Yeah.
Creech being doubled over there, gives it up to Oliver. Got to go in there, and he does. He's fouled, and it doesn't go. And that foul is going to be on Shane Gibson, and that will send Oliver to the line, and he shoots 72% and has 0 points.
Yeah, he's averaging 13, 14 points a game.
And Holland will come out, and Robinson will come in.
Yeah, you're getting to the point now where Wolfe County is going to have to really start pressing the issue a little bit.
Yeah. And second one goes.
And that's what they need to do. They need to score with the clock stopped. But look for Knott County here to be very, very patient. And as I say that, they go right to the rim.
And Ambergy puts it in. Sensing that Robinson was not going to pick up that field foul.
That's true. So they're probably going to attack him.
Creech goes in, kicks it to Holland, and Holland wanting the foul on that one. Creech long three, doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Ambergy, and he is going to be fouled. And that's going to be on Molans, and that's going to be his first, and that will send Knott County Central to the free throw line, and that will be Ambergy, and Ambergy has not shot a free throw tonight, 70% on the season.
Hall's been sitting out quite a while. Yes. I forgot about.
He picked up his third, but Shane Gibson gave some good minutes there for Coach Honeycutt.
He sure did.
Second one is good as well. Give him 13. Splits through, nice give up, but it's knocked away. Ambergy smartly holds on to it. Napier three, and that might have been a little bit quick, but Ambergy gets the rebound, and then he's going to put it in.
Yeah, that right there really is going to make it tough on Wolfe County.
And that foul is going to be on Holland, and that's going to be his third. You know, when I look up score, guys, and I see 52-35, it's not indicative of how close this basketball game has been.
No, not at all.
And Ambergy converts it, and
we're going to take a full timeout. Before we go, is this Honeycutt tells him to put it on ice from here?
Yeah, I think so. We'll just keep it here. Unless something miraculous happens here, it's probably going to be Knott County Central and Hazard Wednesday, and that'll be the second game. Knott County Central and Hazard girls will play at 6, and following that game will be Hazard and Knott County Central. So it'll be a doubleheader between those two.
Yeah, I'm really excited about both those matchups. If Wolfe can't pull something miraculous out here, should be very entertaining games.
And, the thing about it is, it'll be Wednesday night. We'll be right here. Hometown 24 will be doing both of those games. So tune in and let everyone know that we'll be right here. If you can't come to the game, we'll be doing it right here. One of the four of us will be doing it. I don't know about David Adams down there, but we don't know what David's doing. I think he's been
is he running for office?
He's running for office, or he's doing the concession stand thing where he goes and gets everything concession and tries it out. 1:54 to go, and here Wolfe County has the basketball.
Wolfe needs to score quick, and this zone has just kept them from scoring quickly, getting a good look at it here.
Holland spins up and under, got Mosley up in the air, got to get it up, and he does, and he puts it in. Give him 19, first bucket in the fourth quarter for him. Ambergy splits through, pump fakes, puts it in.
Ambergy, yeah, he's at a big fourth quarter.
12 points in the fourth quarter. Mullins fake, puts it. Oh, I started to say put it in.
All the way down in.
Hall with the rebound, 1 minute to go. And it's going to be Oliver's going to pick up the foul. And that's going to be his third, and that will send Ambergy to the line. And Coach Honeycutt is going to put in a few subs. Ambergy to shoot the second one, and it is good. And there is KJ Melton. And
one of our cameramen when he's not on the ball court.
One of the most talkative cameramen we've got. And Zero Jonah Owsley's in as we're under a minute. KJ, we love you to death, buddy. Ball's knocked away by Mosley. We may have to critique his defense right here just a little bit and see if he.
We'll see what he does right here.
Yeah. Holland gives it up, and Oliver into the lane, and of course KJ's going to pick up a foul.
Get his name in the book.
And Dials will come in as Gibson, who will come out. Kick out to Holland. As always, when we talk about Wolfe County, it's always fight, and they never give up.
No.
And Holland will knock down the three, and he has 22 points.
He's played a great game tonight. Saddled with foul trouble early, too.
Yeah, Wolfe County got to find other people to score now. And they just did not have that tonight.
And that's not usually the issue with Wolfe County.
No.
Very.
We talked about how balanced they were. And they're going to dribble it out. And that's going to end the game, guys. 57 to 40. And Knott County Central will improve to 10-3, and they will face Hazard. Wolfe County will drop to 7-5, and the Alice Lloyd College player of the game will be. It's a hard choice between Gibson and Ambergy, but it's going to be Michael Gibson.
Yeah, defensively, I think he really anchored that zone there for him.
There was a warrior on the paint all night long. Scored on second chance opportunities, kept the ball alive. Just a real blue collar work.
And I think David Adams grabs one or two players down there to talk to him. And when he gets our attention, we're going to talk to two or three of the guys. I think he's waiting on one or two, but I think he's grabbed two down there. He's got Chance Ambergy, Michael Gibson.
Hey, we're ready to go. All right, Michael Gibson, Chance Ambergy with me, players of the game, and what a game you guys had. I thought the team shared the ball well. I thought you played as a team tonight. You were aggressive on defense, and you ran the lanes well, and I thought you rebounded especially well.
Yeah, we had a great all-around game. Everybody come out and performed well, even kids that ain't been doing very good, and I've not had a couple good games. You know, tonight was a good game to get us back in the field for it before we go and play Hazard. And Wolfe County is a really good basketball team. They got a lot of skill down there.
I'll slide in the middle. You two big guys. Michael, I thought tonight in the paint you did a great job, especially on the D and getting it off the board after the miss.
Yeah, we had a slow first start, but in the second half we started rebounding more and just getting the ball inside, and it worked out for us good.
You know, I've been watching this team from the start, and I've got to see some other teams in the region. You and Hazard both are playing good basketball right now, and both teams are well coached, and looking forward to that matchup on Wednesday night. Chance, what's the strong points about this Patriot team right now?
Well, I think it helps that we've all been playing together for so long, and even the young guys like Drew and them, they come in and they fit really good with us and the way that Honeycutt wants to play ball and how we have been playing ball. And I think that in the end, I think our chemistry and everything will end up helping us put us in the position to win it.
Michael, you know, when a team plays like you all been playing, at one time tonight, you all brought the basketball down, and it was passed 9 times before a shot went up. That's very impressive.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff in practice on working on moving the ball and getting it, kicking it in, kicking it out, and cutting and stuff. So we got a lot of passing going on, I guess.
Hazard Wednesday night. Chance, what's your thoughts on that game?
Well, I've been looking forward for this one. I really have. I know you probably ain't supposed to say that on here, but I've been waiting for this one. And it being here helps us a lot more. You know, it's hard to go over to Memorial and play a game. It always has been. And, you know, we've been playing like Mike's been having good D, and everybody's just been playing defense good. And I think that that'll end up helping us a lot next week, or Wednesday.
Well, I think you're playing well, and give Coach Huff a lot of credit over Hazard. His ball team is playing well, too, and he's done a nice job with that ball team. Michael, a Hazard match, what do you think about it, my friend?
I'm definitely excited, like Chance said, and I'm glad we get them here, first game. I think we play them a couple times, don't we? So it'll be fun to go ahead and get to play them this early.
I think it'll be a good matchup. Both of you are playing well, and that's good. Guys, I'm going to send it back up to you, Chance Ambergy. Michael Gibson, a big game tonight for the Patriots.
Okay, and nice interview there from Chance and Michael. Michael, of course, being the Al Sloyd player of the game. And, guys, final thoughts on tonight's action?
Well, I thought we saw kind of what we expected, you know. We talked about them wanting to control the tempo. And when they went to that zone, they did control the tempo, controlled and got what kind of shots they wanted to do. And they contained Wolfe's shooters, Oliver and Creech. They held them in check tonight like they needed to do. They done exactly what they needed to do to win the game.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Brian. I mean, you know, the only one player, I think, for Wolfe County, he hit a three-point basket tonight. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Holland.
And and that's saying something because this is a Wolfe County team that likes to shoot a lot of threes. You know, once again, you know, the continuity and improvement of this Knott County Central team, they're kind of putting the 14th region on notice that they're not going to be. I mean, you know, talked to Coach Honeycutt before the game. A lot of coach speak. You know, he's like, well, there's probably 6 teams better than us right now. But I can tell you this, there's none of those 6 teams want to play Knott County Central.
That's exactly right. That's what I was going to say. They're going to be a tough out no matter what.
And, you know, Wednesday night, we're going to have 2 good battles in here. We're going to have Hazard Knott Central girls, and we're going to have Hazard Knott Central boys. So looking forward to it. Want to thank Knott County Central and for having us here. All the Hometown 24 crew is always one of the best crews that you can ever ask for. David Adams with his expertise and all these things down on the floor. So we thank all the Hometown 24 viewers. And with that being said, we'll see you Wednesday about 5:50. So if you can't be here, tune us in. So good night and God bless.